So what is up? What's up, you guys? It's me, Little the Maverick, and I am back with a new video. So there's been a change. I've decided to lock my hair. I'm like 3 weeks in. So yeah, that's gonna be exciting. I have my days where I like it. I have my days where I'm like, ugh. But some of these are untwisting, which is annoying. Like, oh, girl. And then the front part is shorter. Like, some of these are very short. Like, oh my gosh. But we're gonna see it through. We're gonna see it through. And I feel like, now that I think about it, I feel like dreads and just the trajectory and the journey of dreads is kind of similar to that of an artist. Like in the beginning it's ugly, it's weird, but eventually they mature and you start seeing what you wanted to do and they're long enough to style. I don't know. Or I'm pushing it. I don't know. But anyways, it's getting hot in here. And oh my gosh, the sunlight is the sun is setting, so I'm not gonna have natural light for long. So we gotta do this quickly because this is like my 4th take. I tried to record this like last week, but I didn't have any notes. So if you see me look down, it's because I have notes so that it's a little more cohesive. And yeah, let's just get started with the video, right? So, Happy New Year. It is January. It is the start of a new year. And I just wanted to sit down for a moment because I'm feeling a lot at once. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling anxious, defeat, and hopeful all at the same time. So I've just finished school. I'm 21. I have my degree, sort of, not really. So I'm like so behind on tuition, bro. It's crazy. So I've earned it. I mean, and then there are the new ones. And then there's graduation in March. So that's exciting. But I don't have access to my transcripts until I pay the outstanding fees, right? And I'm stepping into a career path that I am not really excited about, but I get it because I have to do what I have to do. And, it does have its benefits. The money that I earn can help fund my music. So there's nuance here. It's not, doesn't have to be a bad thing. And also, what I majored in, if you don't know, I did my Bachelor of Commerce in Business Innovation and Entrepreneurship at AFDA. I majored in Marketing and Sales, and I minored in Business Strategy and Management. So yeah, music businessly, I'm equipped, artistically and corporately, so yeah. So yeah, but even so, it's hard and it's competitive, and I'm up against people with real work experience for these entry-level jobs. And I'm just a graduate who doesn't even have their degree, like physically, or their marks to show, because I'm behind on tuition, which is actually fucked up because it's like, girl, do we earn these degrees or do we buy them? Because we could have just been done long ago, But anyways, and then in my life right now, school closed around November, like end of November. So yeah, it's been a long time at home, and I feel like I really don't have friends right now, And not because people did anything wrong, but it's just that everyone in my circle is just moving differently. Everyone is on their own path, and right now things are just very quiet, and it's also very lonely. And I also see that the traditional work path isn't really as secure as I feel like our parents and the people around us make it seem, People are losing their jobs to AI. Workplaces have drama. You see it on social media. Oh, pretty girls have it easier. Pretty girls have it hard. Ugly girls have it good. ugly girls have, it's like, whoa. What does looks have to do with the job, girl? Like, what? And I'm also seeing on social media and also hearing it from my sister, who has had, especially last year, she had a hell of a year, girl, and her op was her boss. So it's like, what is going on in these corporate thingies? So these safe routes are not really safe, girl. We all fucked. That's on period, right? And that's scary, and it's frustrating. And then we have music. Hip hop is changing. It's not charting globally in the way that it used to. I don't know by the time this video drops or is posted what would have changed. But so far, the articles, the blogs, the podcasters, the commentators, everyone, like, it's that time where it's been weeks since we've had a song on the Billboard 100s. Not to say that the Billboard 100 is like, because I actually watched the video and it was actually a good point that the billboards and the charting, especially now more than ever, where music is very algorithm driven, like the billboards is not a true reflection of art or like quality music, which I understand, because people like, I think MF Doom, very impactful culturally, but I don't think he charted. Well, I could be wrong. I don't know. The video that I watched made it a good example of someone who was very good culturally, and I feel like we all know this person. I forgot who it was. So yeah, don't quote me. But that person never charted. But it's a headline that hip hop has not charted in weeks, and yeah. Then last week or this week, Doechii broke through with her number one single, the Girl Get Up with SZA. Period. Good song, good lyricism. And so it's giving me a little hope because I see myself closest to her, like, artist archetype. She's very lyrical first, dark skinned queer woman. Yeah, but even so, things are still shifting very fast. Because now she's in America. Now here in South Africa, it's even harder. People don't even listen to hip hop anymore. There's a lot of gatekeeping, and women, especially non-traditional artists like me, don't always get opportunities. And when I say women, I don't really identify as a girl, nor a boy. Like, I'm just a force, I'm just a being, I'm just an aura, right? But the music that I make and the audience that I want to attract is the girls. So I am more on the female rap side, I guess. But even so, we don't get opportunities unless, we fit this certain idea of attractiveness. It's crazy how we had embrace your natural to standards of beauty coming back, BBLs are coming back. It's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Crazy. But I think that's also part of why I got my dreads. Like, girl, I'm gonna be a black girl through and through. Like, who gonna check me? And so, yeah, there's a focus on aesthetics over pen, over skill, and over substance. And that leaves, a gap in the scene. A pause in female voices, in voices like mine. And me, like I said, I'm non-binary, I'm queer, and I'm trying to navigate this space. And I've already experienced misogyny and gatekeeping and discomfort in my short period of time. I've gone to like underground events, tried to network, done open mics. People like my work, people like my lyricism, people see my potential. But the conversation with these boys often shifts to like my gender and sexuality instead of the music. Like we follow each other. Then there was this one DM, this nigga was like, "Oh, so you have a z, prove it." Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean, prove it? I can't help it if I'm cute, and I can't help it if you a dog. Woof woof. But yeah. And so some of the men that I meet seem uncomfortable about that, which is very frustrating as well. But I get it because, The girls gotta be strong, and they don't know what to do with someone who doesn't fit their expectations. So here we go with the gatekeeping again, right? And then social media changes everything as well. Right now it's fragmented. So I watched the video, and I'm very much tapped into the culture, like just hip hop as a whole. Like, it's an ecosystem. It's more than just a song. There are commentators. There are a lot, and if you pay attention and you have your ear out, you'll find one or two like YouTubers or YouTube podcasters or people who do like video essays who you like. So someone I like was like, social media is now fragmented. Like before, we had like a mainstream even in social media, but now, even with the rise of Doechii, right? People feel like she's an industry plant because no one saw her coming, but she's documented her journey so much and so long, so consistently that it you can't say that, So yeah, people work in pockets, artists grow quietly, independently, often without anyone noticing, and journeys are longer and harder and more isolated. I've seen people give up early, and low-key, I understand why. I understand why. I'm in that boat. I'm like, should I turn around? Should I pivot? Should I go in the ocean? Like, yeah, girl, it's crazy. But my next steps are clear, for real, for real. In as much as it's difficult, I feel like moments like these are a true, like, test of character. You're building a muscle that you don't really see. And yeah, in as much as there is doubt creeping in, like, there are so many signs that are just telling me to keep keep going. I believe in God, and I do this thing where I open the Bible randomly, and every time I have like continuity, like, should I continue, should I give up, in my mind, I look for a sign, I open the Bible, it'll talk about God blesses his lambs. God, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, girl, let me go. Even on YouTube, you will see these videos like, oh, artists are giving up longer. Artists are working silently in their pockets until they blow up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just very validating that, okay, other people are noticing this trend, and I'm not crazy, and just keep working, and I'm gonna keep working. And yeah, your seeds don't sprout the moment you plant them. So yeah, girl. So yeah, so my next steps are clear. I want to see my projects through. I want to learn how to produce this year. I want to learn how to produce, because I'm seeing, I think that's also another thing, because right now I'm stealing beats off of YouTube, and I think I've only produced like one song that I've put out, but even so, it's not even a good production. But I think I'm also seeing with emerging artists, people like Brother Cooper, Kindly Nash, I think part of their momentum is that they can produce, so they don't have to wait for someone in the studio to get them, understand them, articulate. They just the Koalas too, they have producers in-house. Period. It's a dog eat dog, girl. You gotta eat these bitches. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so hot in here. So yeah, so I want to learn how to produce this year so I can make my music happen for myself. Right now, my production skills are very basic, and if I want longevity and sustainability, I have to be ready. Period. It is hard, it's scary, it is quiet. Sometimes I feel like nothing I do matters, but I've heard from enough artists, like on interviews, that this feeling is familiar. It happens, you push through, you carry on. And this isn't what I thought it would be like. It's not glamorous. Like, male artists are now getting plastic surgeries to remain relevant. The boys are getting chin and nose. What's it called? Rhino something. Hey. The male artists are getting plastic surgery, charting, building hype while I'm trying to make a sound, make streams, get booked. But that's okay. I'm strong. We have to keep moving. Like, I'm not trying to be an artist. I already am. And this process, this is long, this is strange, and it's a quiet journey. But I think what I'm going through and what I've overcome so far is what being a modern artist really looks like, because people are not looking for record labels anymore. Like, we know so much about them. Like, they screw you over. And if you really want longevity, if you have goals, I think this is just part of the process. So yeah, girl, this is just what I wanted to say, speak. It's getting very dark outside, but yeah, I'm done with my video, y'all. Yeah, this is artist development, for real, for real. It's hard, it's scary, stupid sometimes, but yeah, I just gotta push through. Let's see what happens. Never ever, I'm joking. Okay, yeah. I just wanted to say my part because I was feeling down earlier. So I'm feeling motivational. I'm feeling an album coming. I'm feeling a mixtape, a little project. So yeah, girl. Stay on the lookout for me, girl. I'm coming. I'm here. I have not arrived, but I'm here. I've been here. Been out there. Been peeping y'all. Y'all gonna know me. Period.